best boxing content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and punch that bell for notifications.
Sonny Ingram, Jim Lindbergh, and Russ Paramore, and when the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, Joe Miller. 10 rounds of boxing. This is in the lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black trimmed with yellow and blue, and weighing 133½ pounds. His professional record, 24 victories, including 21 knockouts, with only 4 defeats and 1 bout even. Ladies and gentlemen, from Barranquilla, Colombia, here is Moises Pedroza. And moving on across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, he's wearing red, trimmed with white, and weighs 136 pounds. His professional record, 40 victories, including 29 knockouts, with 6 defeats and 1 draw. He comes to us from Hobart, Indiana, by way of Gary, Indiana. Ladies and gentlemen, the former 2-time world champion, he's got Jesus, Angel Manfredy.
Well, I got out.
He may have gotten the better bargain, I think. Just guessing.
Okay, guys, you had your instructions earlier. I want you to protect yourself at all times. I want you to obey my commands at all times. When I tell you to stop punching, I want you to stop and take a step back. Okay, let's touch them up and come out on the bell.
So here we go, round 1. Manfredy and Pedroza. See what Pedroza has here. I would think it will be important for him to establish things early.
And he is going after Manfredy.
Took a left hand in the process, though.
Yeah, I think one of the big things to remember in this fight, even though Pedroza is 34 and a veteran older than Manfredy, there is no comparison in the level of competition that these men have fought. You ticked off many names that Manfredy has fought. He's fought the best in 2 weight divisions, even as a junior lightweight, and there's just no comparison. So in this case, Pedroza may be fighting the best fighter he's fought, except he fought Ed Hobson for a lightweight title and lost that.
Manfredy all business early in this fight. Manfredy's still got a lot of quicks. Another thing about Angel Manfredy, which I find interesting, he's been working with Buddy McGirt. Still sings Buddy McGirt's praises, but decided this time to train at his home in Indiana with his brother-in-law.
Yeah. When Angel uses the jab, and sometimes he does not as much as he should, it makes him so much more effective. That's true, of course, of almost any fighter, but it's especially true in his case, because it leads him to the inside where he can unleash those combinations.
Pedroza throws those outside in punches, and there's one right there. And holds him and comes with an uppercut.
There is some holding and hitting by Pedroza so far in this fight. You can see in round 1 already why we felt this would be an entertaining matchup. Both very active fighters who don't wait.
A little reddening along the left side of the face of Angel Manfredy. There's a good right hand by Pedroza. He was able to dance away from Manfredy.
Manfredy has been stopped a couple times in his career, but by some very, very good fighters, Diego Corrales and Floyd Mayweather. Oh, big right hand by Pedroza.
Pedroza loops that right hand, and I would think it would be hard to see coming. A little bit of swelling already under the eye of Manfredy. I thought a pretty good first round for Pedroza.
Yeah, at least established him in this fight. Whether he won it or not is questionable. He might have.
Won it on my card. Well, you know what that means.
That's good enough for me.
Come on, God is for you. Who could be against you? Come on, God is for you. Who could be against you, brother? I'm moving this feet. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Come on, middle. Release forward. Release forward. Or the uppercut. Come on, brother. You got the strength of the Lord. Got to keep stepping around. Your strength, brother. Come on. Stand straight up.
Here is where the holding and hitting took place, and it was about as blatant as you can get with that ploy. And then Manfredy going after Pedroza on the ropes, not landing too effectively. Yeah, there was just enough movement. There's the overhand right, but good countering left by Manfredy. There was just enough movement from Pedroza in that last round to give Angel some issues.
It'll be interesting to see now if Manfredy can really take control of things here. Pedroza showed some pretty good defensive skills in that round too. It's very quick with his upper body.
Come on, ready. Get your movement.
It's the second round.
There's only been one fight for Pedroza since May of 2001. That was a win over Esquivel, a 6-round KO win. So he hasn't been super active in the last couple of years, but he doesn't look like a fighter who's rusty.
No, he doesn't. He looks pretty sharp. He was countering there for the last 30 seconds or so, trying to get in with the right hand over the left hand of Manfredy.
Good body work there by Pedroza. You know, Angel is a very good inside fighter, and there you see some of it, but Pedroza is fighting him very well on the inside.
Angel got there with the right hand. Very competitive fight so far.
Getting cautioned or warned for the holding.
Yeah,
is Pedroza.
Been doing that a lot.
Angel has always been a straight line fighter. He does much better with people that are stand right in front of him or don't give him a lot of lateral movement. Pedroza is doing something, I think, very savvy here, giving Manfredy just enough movement to punch at angles.
A little bit low was Pedroza, and I think Manfredy was waiting for the referee to step in and say low blow.
Instead, Pedroza went after him.
And now he's going to step in.
And rightfully so.
Get back. All right.
If they had drawn this up on a blackboard, they couldn't find a better opening 2 rounds for Pedroza, though his mouthpiece got knocked out there for a good left hand.
He got there with a right of his own. And a lot of good exchanges in this fight. While the mouthpiece gets picked up and washed off.
Let's go to your corner. What's corner? Wrench corner.
By the way, Joe Miller has done a superb job in both these fights of refereeing. You sometimes forget to mention that he's been very specific in his instructions, and I think he's done a superb job.
Pedroza keeps changing up his game plan. He'll come with the right hand lead sometime. Sometimes he'll choose to counter. I think 2 pretty effective rounds for Pedroza, whether or not he won them both.
Ven, papá. Trabajalo bien a la cocina, marica. Jala ahí. Trabajalo bien a la cocina porque no tiene respiración. Mira que está quedado. Está quedado. Mira lo que está quedado. Está quedado.
Manfredy, who has always liked to work on the inside, but he and Pedroza pretty even in the work they did when Pedroza was on the ropes. Not everything landing for Angel. And there's the holding for which Pedroza would get a warning. There was the left hook to the body that was low, and then there would be another one, I believe. No, that was the second one that created the warning from referee Joe Miller.
So we come now to round number 3.
One of the things I like about what Joe Miller has done here, sometimes subconsciously, the big name fighter, in this case it's Angel Manfredy, will get the benefit of the doubt and a point might be taken away earlier than it should be, or you might get overly zealous in officiating with the other fighter, and he's not done that.
No, that's absolutely true. I thought stopped the first fight exactly when it should have been stopped. Absolute control in this fight, and he's letting him fight.
It may be time for Manfredy to try and exert a little dominance here and make something happen offensively.
Now there's a little swelling under the left eye of Manfredy. That's not unusual for him. Good right hand by Pedroza.
And that was an excellent right hand.
That definitely got Manfredy's attention. Pedroza kind of hides that right hand, and it's a sneaky right hand.
He is thrown wider than most people throw that punch. That's for sure. It's been about a 9.5-month layoff for Angel Manfredy since he beat Antonio Ramirez. That followed the loss to Paul Spadafora for the IBF title, his third shot at a major lightweight title before he held the WBO title.
Right hand again, and a good one by Pedroza.
And so far in this fight, Angel has not looked as sharp as you might anticipate him looking.
Well, we had an upset in our first fight. Let's see what happens here. Pedroza, though, off to a good start.
And again, a big key here is just enough lateral movement from Pedroza. He's not standing right in front of Manfredy.
Think about Manfredy's career. Throughout his career, you mentioned earlier that he has been stopped, and it's always been by one of the better guys around. He's always beaten the people he's supposed to beat.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Manfredy got there with a pretty good shot right there.
The last minute and a half has been a pretty good sequence for Angel Manfredy, and he might be stealing this round with what he's done in the last minute and a half.
And again, a low blow, and Manfredy pointing that out to Joe Miller.
So we're seeing some of the flashes of offense from Manfredy that he needs to show here.
Again, that straight a little low, caught him on the hip. It was a left hand from Pedroza. Very tough round to score, I think. He's in with tonight as a tough guy, and he's showing it.
And that fight with Gaddy would be very lucrative for Angel, so there's a lot on the line right now.
Back up.
So we come to round number 4 of a very competitive fight.
And Barry, you made the point in the last round. Even the last round, which I would have given to Manfredy, was one that was very close. And really, all of the first few rounds here have been pretty close rounds. So we can see some widely divergent scorecards. A couple of good left hooks by Pedroza.
Pedroza came to Miami to train for this fight. He lives in Barranquilla, Colombia. Now a little bit of swelling under the left eye of Pedroza also.
He's been hit with some pretty good straight right hands by Manfredy, and on cue, Angel lands another one.
Shoot it, Angel, shoot it. Step to the right, baby. Step to the right, Angel.
Manfredy looks to me as though he's getting a little bit more into punching range.
Being more aggressive, and there again throws the straight right hand. And you feel Pedroza's movement abating just a little bit. It's very subtle, but not quite as much movement as before. Part of the reason why Angel's able to land some shots.
As we said, Manfredy has been around the track.
Step back, step back.
He was originally supposed to fight Victoriano Sosa, who incidentally is the cousin of Manny Sosa.
Sammy
Sosa, I'm sorry.
I think Manny too. Manny owns a delicatessen.
Exactly, that's right. Gee, I'm a Cub fan too. That was terrible. But Sosa pulled out of this fight, and they had to face somebody different. And he's facing a little bit different style. Sosa, a power puncher, who would be right in front of Manfredy.
I thought it was interesting when we talked to Victor De Rosa, who is Pedroza's manager. We asked him what Manfredy does best, and he said,
he talks. I guess he thought outside the ring. Good left hand by Manfredy. He is now starting to corner Pedroza and nail him with big shots.
Not lunging at him anymore. Good left hand right there.
There will be a left hook in the next round or two that will hurt Pedroza. Pedroza is keeping his right hand low and getting hit with that punch. And when Manfredy turns on a good one, it will be an important punch in this fight.
You can just see him, as you said, he's not lunging anymore. He's kind of getting himself into his range.
Have you been to that delicatessen that Manny Sosa has? It's good, huh?
Not bad.
And I've seen Sammy hit home runs, too. Great round for Manfredy. It's really turned this fight for him.
Yeah. Now Pedroza's corner's got some work.
La mano derecha. La mano izquierda, perdón. Súbeme la mano izquierda. Mucho hielo ahí, papá. Estérícame la pierna, la voz. Estérícame las dos piernas. Ahí. Ok. Vamos a tratar de trabajar con ese upper de derecha, pero por dentro. Cuando él no está esperando, tú lo metes.
Needless to say, so
And it was as much the last round about what Angel did right as what Pedroza did wrong. Manfredy just kicked it up a notch. To quote another famous chef,
you are.
In addition to Manny.
Good left hand. Exactly what you were talking about.
It's the punch that's there for Angel Manfredy, especially when he's on the inside. And we saw evidence in the clip that we saw against Arturo Gatti that he does have power in there.
Pedroza's still working though.
And one of the things that Angel has figured out here is when that kind of looping overhand right comes, he can counter it with the left hook. And he did that a moment or two ago. There it is.
Yeah,
see?
exactly.
And he tried to land it there. It didn't quite get there. That's what all that experience against all those great fighters will do for you.
Yeah, I mean, there's no replacement for it. You can't get it unless you bid it.
We're watching a moment in a fight, the last round or two, that makes you appreciate good boxers. Things weren't going well for Angel Manfredy, and it took concentration and confidence, and of course some ability to turn it around here against Pedroza, and he's done that.
I think there's a little nick, a little cut along the right eye, alongside the right eye of Pedroza. And it looked to me like it might be bothering him a little bit, like blood might be getting in there. Hooked by Pedroza. There's a left hand by Manfredy.
Again, the hook very, very much evident. And there it is again. He'll land that punch now until it does enough damage to really hurt Pedroza.
You could just sense Manfredy taking this fight over.
The right hand stays out there so long when Pedroza throws it now that it just leaves him open.
Oh, good left hand right there. Pedroza's still battling. Manfredy bugging with him a little bit.
That left eye, Pedroza, the right eye, is really starting to become a mess.
Yes.
Courtesy of all those left hands by Angel Manfredy.
That does not bode well, because when he can't see him, he hasn't been able to do anything about it. When he can't, it'll be that much worse. That right hand drove Pedroza backward. Pedroza may be hurt. Good right hand.
And a great hook to the body by Angel Manfredy. This is the Angel Manfredy that is fun to watch.
Big, big round for Manfredy.
Jala ahí, vamos. Jala aire para adentro, jala. Eso, vamos. Jala para adentro, vamos. Jala para adentro. Este round lo perdimos muy amplio, Moisés. Tenemos que hacer algo para recuperarlo. Pero es trabajando por dentro. No me tire a la cabeza, que está fallando mucho en la cabeza. Oye, papá.
A dominating round for Angel Manfredy. There's the straight right. And there's one of the left hands that landed in the last round. Most of the damage in that last round done with the left hook. But he mixed in enough of those straight rights to make a difference as well. And you notice, in addition to that, defensively, he is making Pedroza miss a lot.
I thought a dominant round by Manfredy. And you saw the eye of Pedroza in the corner and in real danger of swelling shut.
You can make the case that Angel Manfredy has fed more good lightweights than anybody alive today, and more good junior lightweights. Paul Spadafore, Lamar Murphy is a terrific fighter, a stablemate of Jermaine Taylor. We mentioned Gaddy, Stevie Johnston, who's a champion, Ivan Robinson, Floyd Mayweather, Diego Corrales. The list goes on and on. He's lost to a couple, but mostly he's won. And as you point out, he's won when he was supposed to win.
Yeah, and he's competitive even in the fights that he has lost. He's gotten his. He's one of those guys that just always shows up.
Now Pedroza trying to fire back, and we are at a juncture in this fight when he's really going to need to. He's going to have to drive Manfredy back somehow to get a little bit of respect.
Unfortunately, though, it's him that's going backward for the most part. That right eye is getting worse by the second.
Pedroza has established a jab in this round, though, here in round 6. Maybe the best jab he's shown in the last 4 rounds. That's where he doesn't want to be, against the ropes. Pedroza. There's the hook. When he's against the ropes, he is going to get hit with that left hand to the body and the head, and that's a big problem.
And those are strong punches, too. Right eye almost closed now. And the left eye starting to swell also.
I love smart boxers. I mean, I love them. And Angel Manfredy is showing you why he is. He's found some of the things that work in this fight, and he's going back to them over and over again.
Just punishing Pedroza now. That right hand snap, the head back. There's another one. This with that one.
He knows that if he throws the right hand, gets on the inside, and feints and waits for Pedroza to throw his own right, and he can counter with the left hook, and that's exactly what he's been doing.
Of course, as that eye closes off Pedroza, it will be harder and harder to see that left hand coming. There's a left hand. Manfredy being very patient also. not a warning. It is a second warning for low blow, so a point won't be taken. Manfredy started to turn away.
Time in.
And now we start again. Another big round for Manfredy. In the corner of Moises Pedroza. Big pep talk being given, but their fighter's taking a beating.
Manfredy in the last round, well, there are 2 or 3 low blows. It wasn't just one, and so you could have almost made a case for Joe Miller taking a point away. I thought he showed the proper restraint, though. Next time, I'm sure he'll take a point away.
Yeah. They did do some work on the right eye. At the moment, it's not closed, but both the eyes are closed. He looks in the mirror in the morning. I'm not sure he's going to recognize the Moises Pedroza that walked into the ring here tonight.
You know, we talk about what's on the line for Angel Manfredy, the chance to fight Arturo Gatti for a lot of money. But there's something on the line for Pedroza as well. At 34, a loss like this drops you very much into the journeyman category. And a lot depends on how he loses as well, if he loses.
Manfredy just stalking Pedroza now.
You know, we need to point out that in the last 3 minutes of this, 3 or 4 minutes of this fight, Pedroza has been very active.
Yes.
He has really tried to step things up and land, but Manfredy hasn't cooperated.
Working the jab. And there's a right hand and a left hand behind it by Manfredy. Drives Pedroza into the ropes. Left to the top of the head, left to the body. And Pedroza's on wobbly wheels right now. And that's it. It's over.
Now that stoppage I thought was a little premature by Joe Miller. I praised him before. I have to say he may have been a little premature right there. But still, a superb effort by that man, Angel Manfredy.
Yeah, I thought so too. And you can see him kind of try to figure Pedroza out through the first couple of rounds. First round I thought was Pedroza's. Second round I thought was fairly close. Could have gone either way. And from that point on, Manfredy, especially in 4, 5, and 6, took command of the fight. I do agree with you. I think maybe a little bit too soon.
I believe Angel Manfredy would have ended up winning that fight, but Pedroza was still competitive and wasn't helpless against the ropes. But we'll take a look at it and see if we can second guess ourselves a little bit.
That's Angel's well-dressed son.
Yes, indeed. He's a very stylish young man. Manfredy with that half uppercut and the straight right is what really started the problems for Pedroza, and ever present is that left hook. He landed 2 good ones. The body shot there was devastating. Might have been the most important punch in that sequence. Here's where he's in trouble, and there's no question he's in trouble on the ropes, but still firing punches back. So, in any case, Angel Manfredy with a terrific performance and would have likely closed the show at some point.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think so too. And a good showcase fight for Angel Manfredy. And now, of course, he can really start to think about the likes of Gatti.
And one of the interesting things, and this is what makes this victory even better for Manfredy from a marketing standpoint, he struggled a little bit early against a good fighter and had to come back.
Yeah, and he came back with savvy. There's no question about it. Let's go to Michael Buffer. We'll make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at 1 minute, 17 seconds of round number 7. As the bout is called to a halt, the winner by TKO victory, he's got Jesus, Angel Manfredy.